Hey, what's up, people? I finally finished my arcade. I'm super happy. Well, I'm using a Maximus Arcade as a front end. Very useful. Highly recommended. It's like $20, but completely worth it. Even though most of the other ones are free. I got all the games. Well, if you see the game later, I'll have all the games. So I have all Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, Game Boy, Genesis, Neo Geo, the media player, which I have thousands of movies. I just want, like Family Guy and all that. Batch files. I got Mugen, I think it's pronounced. I need some help with that. I'm going to make a video right after this asking for help, so check it out. And of course, Main. It'd be ridiculous if I didn't have the Main game. Well, that's my marquee. Designed it myself, Photoshop. Just wasn't that hard to make. Now let's go into detail of how I control it. Well, main control. X-Arcade, 2-player. I got it on eBay for $70. Super happy about it, but I would pay full price for this. These 3 Logitech gamepads. I actually had these before. This is what got me into starting this. I used to play a lot of emulators since I was a kid, and I used to use these gamepads for Nintendo and all those games. So, gotta thank those gamepads for that. Those I only use for like 64 and maybe PlayStation 1. I haven't completely downloaded all those because it's like 20 or 40 gigs. It's ridiculous to get all the games, which I have too because I'm weird that way. Another thing I really highly recommend, I know this looks like an infomercial, but you gotta buy a light gun if you have an arcade this. So it's $60. I know it's kind of expensive, but I completely think it's worth it. I think this one is EMS Top Gun Light Gun 2. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a bitch program at first, but once you do, it's super fun. It doubles as a mouse. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, it's got automatic fire. You can turn off and on a little laser sight that helps you out when you need aim. It's also got single fire, which is pretty useful when you want to shoot like duck hunt, which I love. And keyboard hidden here. That's one thing I'm going to actually change. This is actually phone cord. I just needed something to hide it because it was big and white, and the rest of the arcade machine is black. So it was pretty obvious. The coin door is right down there. It's pretty well hidden. It's fully functioning. I am going to make another video because I feel like since so many people helped me, like Your Main Man, Delusion, and so many others, they helped me. I sent questions. They answered fairly quickly. They were very helpful. You'd be surprised. I have one request. This thing has been bugging me since I bought it. I actually bought this off Craigslist for fairly cheap because the dumbass was actually using it as a workbench. Like I would drill holes into this. So it cost me like $20 to buy it. And but it was riddled with holes, so most of this is just what do you call that? Wood putty. But the one thing is, the guy doesn't know because the dumbass already thinks this guy's retarded for doing that type of thing to an arcade camera, which was so hard to find. But it has this weird thing where it's actually 2 parts. It's not a problem at all. It just really bugs me not knowing what game this is. I just want to go online and see a picture of it. The only thing this guy had was this new T-molding, but it was actually red, he told me. I hope he's right. And that logo. If anybody knows, please post a comment on it showing me so I can look at it because I actually want to see this cabinet being used. I don't know if that's weird, but it's just me. It bugs me not knowing. Oh yeah, I got the still flight control up there. I am thinking about upgrading this, just taking it out and making an entire control panel myself. So I have a dedicated Maximus Arcade control panel for the left and right and all that. Like Your Main Man, that was a pretty cool idea. The minute you put up that video, I started designing for it, so thanks. Actually, I have one other question for Your Main Man or Delusional, whoever knows this. Is it a better idea? I want to add 2 more controls I'm thinking of going for 2 8-way joysticks and 4 buttons because I've checked it out. I don't think too many other games have more than 4 buttons if you're playing 4 players. Is it more logical to have just hack two gamepads from eBay for like pretty cheap ones, or should I get an iPad? And if I get an iPad, can I hook it up to the original Maximus X-Arcade keyboard encoder? That I actually don't know. I'll be glad if you can help. Well, thank you guys.